we have Pirate broadcaster Joe Block on the line with us right now. Joe, good morning to you.
Hey, good morning, Jack. How are you?
All right, I'm doing well. I'll ask, first of all, before we get into particulars about the game yesterday, what do you do on the off day today?
Well, I've got my wife and 2 kids here, so
Beautiful.
If we're going to negotiate here in a little bit, but either the beach or maybe go to a playground for a little bit first, maybe hang out at a pool. Have some fun in the sun while we can.
There you go.
So, just spend time together. Yeah.
I didn't mean to get too personal there, but we just like to know.
Oh well, anybody with we got young kids. They're 2 and 4, so I mean we just go, we hang out, we have fun. Yeah, just like anybody else would. On vacation. This is our vacation.
Because it gets to be a long season. All right, tell us about yesterday. Bucs came up short, and what you observed, Derek Holland goes into the 6th inning.
Yeah, I think that's been his strength so far. This spring training is that he's been able to get outs. He's been able to go deeper into games than the other starting pitchers right now, and I think that's something that speaks to his experience being on a big league mound for a number of years, coming into spring training as a non-roster player, somebody that has to perform to at least a decent level to be able to make the roster. And because of the injury to Stephen Brault, now with a path to making the starting rotation on opening day. So the fact that he can go deep into games, that's a good plus. He gave up 4 hits, 3 home runs, all solo shots against Detroit yesterday. But his stuff looks crisp. He looks like more of the pitcher that he was 2 years ago than the pitcher he was last year. He was very successful in San Francisco back in 2018. So he's not that far removed from being a very effective, above-average Major League starter, and the Pirates hope that he can reclaim at least a good bit of that here from the outset of this season.
Mm-hmm. How is the battle for catching? How is that shaping up, or is that pretty much settled with Stallings right now?
I feel like it's going to be a consortium as the year goes on, because at least on paper, to me, they feel like they're somewhat equal in many respects. They're all defensive-minded guys that have had either limited success or, in Stallings' case, limited experience hitting in the major leagues. But Stallings, in his short time, has probably been the better hitter more recently of the 4. And so the fact that he's already been here and is familiar with most of the pitchers, that's, I think, where everybody agrees that he'll probably get the most time to begin with. But, he's got to perform to continue that. If Luke Maile performs better, then maybe he gets more time. Or if Murphy or Susac were on minor league deals right now, if there is an injury or underperformance, maybe those guys factor in. I think all 4 of those guys will probably play at some point this season. It just depends on who's doing the best. But, everybody raves about Stallings, that he could be a major league catcher that gets more time than the others. And so right now I think that's probably what's penciled in. But as any good manager knows, they don't put a lot in pen, I think, other than maybe Bell at first base. So,
yeah. I think I asked Walkie this question last week about, is there any possibility of anybody out there that you could still add to the roster, a veteran of sorts who might be available to maybe add some punch to this lineup?
Yeah, that's the thing about home runs, is that it's kind of a funny thing, because home runs are easier to hit today than they've ever been.
Mm-hmm.
By a wide margin. We saw the most home runs hit in baseball last season than ever. But the Pirates are one of the teams that are lacking in that department. One of the few teams, really, that lack home run punch overall as a team. Of course, there are individuals. But those are also the things that are most expensive to acquire. Whether if you want to go get somebody in a trade, you're going to have to give up better prospects for power. Same thing in free agency. If you want power, you're going to have to pay dearly for it. So that's the issue with it. If you think about it from an economic standpoint, supply and demand. Well, the supply is actually pretty high, but the demand is also very high, so the price stays high. So That's what power is in baseball. So the Pirates have to develop power. They have to be able to get the most power out of the guys that they've got. As of in 2020. That doesn't mean they can't add in the future, but right now, as going into the 2 weeks into this season, there aren't guys out there that could consistently hit for you with power that aren't employed right now. Everybody gobbles those guys up pretty fast.
Yeah. Joe, have a good day today. You're off day with the family.
Thanks, Jack.
We'll check with you on Friday morning, okay?
All right, that sounds great. Thanks again.
You bet. Joe,
thanks again.
You